Hey everyone, it's Charlotte from the Kia Hyundai channel, and today we are doing a little bit of a different video for you, and that is we are seeing and testing the cargo space in Kia's SUV lineup. So we have the Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, and the Carnival, and we are going to be testing how much of our everyday stuff can actually fit into these vehicles. If you guys didn't know that I had a baby girl in January of 2023, and with having a new person in our family also comes a ton of different gear. So for my parents out there and for your growing family, or if you simply just like to have a lot of stuff in your trunk, this video is going to be for you. So the test that we are putting these vehicles through today is I have my stroller, I have my diaper bag, a bag of reusable bags, as every Canadian has, and also a pack and play. And this is everything that I have in my trunk on a daily basis, and we're gonna see what it looks like in all of these different vehicles. All right, so the first vehicle that we are testing out today, this is the 2023 Kia Sportage. And if you didn't know, I actually drive a Sportage as my daily vehicle, so a little bit of a spoiler, I already know that this stuff is going to fit and there's going to be space for more. But I want to show you guys the Sportage as well. So this vehicle, no matter which trim level you have, it's going to be a 5-seater, so you're always going to have that same configuration. And when it comes to cargo space, look at how big this trunk is. You have tons of space here. It's super deep, and hopefully that actually translates with the lighting today. Now, the other great thing that I love about the Sportage is that it has a drop-down cargo floor. So if you take a look at the side, you can actually see generally your cargo floor is up on this ledge, but it's actually can be dropped down a couple inches lower to give you a little bit more height on the vertical. So that is something that I love about this vehicle, especially if you have something tall. Now, on the gasoline model of the Sportage, you also have some extra space down where your spare tire is, where if you want to put like an emergency kit, you know, for me, extra diapers, stuff like that, it's all there hidden away for an emergency, and you have a little bit more space. Now, if you are driving an HEV or PHEV, you do lose that because that's going to be where your battery is. So I'm going to flip this back down, and I've got my stroller, so that's going to be the first thing in because this is the biggest. Hopefully I'm not hitting my mic. And look at how deep this trunk is. Like, it fits and there's still room. So then the pack and play can go in right next to that. And then I know that these are gonna fit nice and easy on top. I'll flip this one around. And then we can close up the trunk. Beautiful. So this is the vehicle that I drive on the everyday basis for that reason, because I generally don't have a lot of people in my car, but I love having some trunk space. The next vehicle that we're going to be testing is the 2023 Kia Sorento, and this is arguably a fan favorite for those of you who purchase a Kia SUV. And I personally love the Sorento. I love that there's multiple options for your seating configuration. Now, the vehicle that we have here, this is shown in the 6-seater configuration. You can see that we have 2 in the front, 2 in the middle as buckets, and then 2 in the rear. Now, this vehicle, it is also available as a 7-seater configuration, and that is going to be on your entry-level gasoline models. So what that will look like is you will have 2 in the front, you'll have a bench in the center, and then 2 in the rear as well. And then when it comes to the PHEV, HEV, or anything with a turbo engine, you're going to have the 6-seater configuration. Now, let's be pretty honest. I'm looking at this trunk space with all of the seats up for this 6-seater, and I know that it's not going to fit. We do have an extra pocket down where your jack is, but you do lose this on the PHEV and HEV as well for the same reasons as the Sportage. So I already know it's not going to fit. I'm not going to try it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but I will show you how easily the 3rd row of seats go down. So what I'm going to do is I am going to knock one back. That way I know I can fit everything in. And first things first, I'm gonna load in my stroller. Oop. There we go. So stroller's in. Pack and play is in. Reusable bags and diaper bag are all in. So if you are looking at purchasing a Sorento and something that is very important to you is maximizing the number of seats, but then also maximizing the cargo space, is you're probably going to want to look at something that is a gasoline vehicle that's more of an entry level, because then you're still going to be able to have a 5 or 6 seater while still having a fair bit of storage space in the rear. So the next vehicle that we're going to move on to is now the Telluride. And I'm going to unpack all of my stuff, of course. Man, I am really breaking a sweat doing this video today. All right, so the Telluride, similar to the Sorento, is you're gonna have multiple different seating configurations. So the one that we have shown, this is a 2, 4, plus 3, 7-seater configuration. You also have the option of an 8-seater configuration. Again, that's going to be on your entry level for the Telluride. There is no hybrid or plug-in hybrid version, so we can keep it simple and just talk about gasoline. Now with the Telluride as well, you can see that we have ample space underneath the cargo floor as well. So we have lots of space there. We have a fair bit of space on the top, and then also this is with all of the seats up. So this is going to be a great vehicle of, again, something that you care about is getting even more seats, having even more passengers, the Sorento, and even more cargo room. So generally, if you have a bigger family, this may be something to consider. Now, I have tested it in the Telluride because if you did not know, the Telluride is probably my dream mom vehicle, and I want one so bad. And I don't have one, and that's okay because I do love my Sportage. But the thing about the Telluride is I know that I can't fit all of this stuff in without knocking a seat back or having something in the center. I know I can fit my stroller, diaper bag, and bag of reusable bags in on the rear without utilizing the under compartment, but I can't quite fit the stroller and the pack and play on this top part. So for that reason, I will knock one of the seats back. You do have a 60-40 split for the third row. So first things first, going and putting the stroller in again. Bag of reusable bags. Pack and play. And I'll put that over there. Diaper bag are all in. That one's a little taller for me. And I actually have driven in the Telluride when it was stocked like this. I was in Virginia, and that was a long trip, I'll say that. But it was actually very comfortable despite having the stuff in the back seat and still being able to use the back, the third row as well. So the last vehicle, and this is going to be, of course, the biggest vehicle, is we're going to take a look at the Carnival. And keeping with the theme, this is also going to have different seating configurations. Is you can either have a 7-seater or you can have a 8-seater in this vehicle. And you know how it goes. If you haven't picked up on the trend by now, if you are looking for the most amount of cargo space with the most amount of passengers you can fit into this vehicle, obviously this is going to be the one that you're going to want to pick. So first you can see that this vehicle, we have the, this is the 8 seating configuration. If you want to go up in trims, you're going to get buckets in the middle instead of the third row. That is a bench, and that will drop you down to having the 7-seater configuration. So look at all this cargo space. I already know everything's going to fit, and I haven't even tested it yet. So let's do stroller first. Again, you know how it goes. This also hopefully helps show the depth of the trunk, the fact that I can have this standing up and I still have tons of clearance. It's not even to the headrest or to the top of the seat. Pack and play is going to fit in. Reusable bags and diaper bag. Automatic tailgate is going to close perfectly. Now, the nice thing about the Carnival as well, I'll open it back up, is if you don't want to utilize one or all of the seats in the rear, is you can knock them down. It's going to be nice and flat for you. That way you have all the way up to the second row of space. So that is going to conclude our comparison of all of Kia's SUVs. I hope that if you're watching this, you found it helpful and get a better sense of what can actually fit in our vehicles. And sometimes you have to get a little bit creative when trying to fit things in your vehicles. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it, leave a comment down below. And if you'd be willing to subscribe to our channel, it would mean a lot to us. But we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.